Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Spirit of Justice. Previously, despair and loss. It was proven in court that Dirk had been dead this entire time, channeled by no less than 2 spirit mediums across this whole escapade. First Maya, and then Queen Amara. It's tough to come to terms with, but Dirk is dead, and that is the reality we have to face. Unfortunately, we don't have the conclusive proof to say that Amara was the one who murdered Inga, so in pursuit of further truth, we're continuing right along. Yeah, it's a lot. Well, I guess we should just hop right back in here then, huh? This is beyond belief. Mother, why would you... Forgive me, Nayuta. I never wished to cause you such sorrow. But I had no choice. It was the only way. The only way? So, in the end, Queen Amara and Dirk Sadmati, I suppose this means that they were unable to reconcile while he was still alive. I don't think the state of the kingdom or the incidents of the past would have allowed that. They were prisoners of their shared history, so to speak. Queen Amara, there's something I need to know. You had staged a near-perfect crime. So why did you bring this pendant into the tomb with you? You should have known it could come back to haunt you. I do not really understand it myself. I had nearly been assassinated by my own husband, yet I could not bear any hatred toward him. I was unable to discard this or part with it for even a short time. As with Dirk, I have never stopped loving my husband for the past 23 years. Mother. So she really believes it? That Dirk tried to assassinate her? Your Majesty, is it not time? Time to declare Dirk innocent. I would ask that you do this for my beloved, who now dwells in the Twilight Realm. Very well, then. Your Eminence, Prosecutor Sadmati, if you have no further objections. This cannot be. My mother. I have no objections. Dirk, I did it. I finally did it. I proved your innocence. In one issue, but no, we still need to clear his name for the fire, don't we? But... Very well then. Being that Queen Amara yet lives, we can no longer charge the accused with an assassination that never came to fruition. As for the murder of Minister Inga, the truth has been laid bare for all to see. Therefore, I will now pass judgment upon the accused, Mr. Dirk Sadmati. This is where things get interesting. Wait, it was Rafa? Huh? Your benevolence? I cannot accept this. Is something the matter, your benevolence? Queen Amara is lying. It makes no sense. Queen Amara would not have killed my father. What's with her all of a sudden? Is this some sort of lingering affection towards Nena? Rafa. Speak the truth, Queen Amara. Did you really kill my father? Yes, there is no mistake. She has confessed to the crime, thereby clearing the accused of all suspicion. As such, I see no need to continue these proceedings. Barbed Head, Hornhead, are you going to let this stand? Dirk's been proven innocent, and he's about to be declared not guilty. Even so, something doesn't feel right. Apollo, if you have any doubts, now's the time to raise them. After all, the courtroom is a place for finding the whole truth. But it's all up to you. There are definitely things that don't quite add up. Does this mean that the whole truth hasn't been brought to light yet? Should I push to continue this trial? Hell yeah! Your Majesty, I have a feeling we haven't discovered the whole truth. And the only way we'll ever find it is to continue this trial. Hornhead! Very well then. Will the defense please tell us this? What important fact about this case has yet to come to light? Okay, well, Amara's married life is clearly just a joke answer. The murder method, well, it's the dagger in the back, isn't it? I think. But the motive. Inga was planning a coup on Khura'in, Amara's sister. That's... Amara killing Inga for that is a clear enough motive, but it hasn't actually been vocalized by anyone just yet, so if you can begin there. Queen Amara, there's something I still don't understand. What was your motive for killing Justice Minister Inga? That is a fair question, and one that I shall now answer. It was for the future of this kingdom that I slew Inga Khura'in. To avert further tragedy, his death was an unfortunate necessity. Further tragedy? Over the past several years, Minister Inga had been rapidly expanding his power. He had established a secret police and was relentless in his pursuit of the insurgents. He even had the overwhelming support of the people, but still he was not satisfied. Hungry for more power, he began planning a coup d'etat. You mean his plot involving the Founder's Orb, which led to Maya Fey's abduction? Yes, Minister Inga planned to use the orb to gain access to great spiritual power, after which he would assassinate Khura'in and usurp the throne. His machinations lay undetected for years. His machinations were reminiscent of that terrible tragedy of 23 years ago. And as one affected by that incident, Amara vowed to never allow a repeat of such events. Yes, and the Holy Mother delivered unto me the perfect opportunity to fulfill my vow. Security amid the courtyard was rather light due to the rite of channeling, and Inga had barricaded himself in the tomb with his hostage, away from prying eyes. I knew I would never again have such a perfect opportunity, so... At 2 p.m., during the rite of channeling, I slipped into the tomb and slew the minister. Oh... My bracelet! Apollo! Yep, it seems this trial is far from over. Queen Amara, I believe you're still hiding something. But if you want to keep on playing this game of hide and seek, then let's start with that last statement you made. If I must. Now, what could her fidget be? Was it during the rite of channeling? You slipped into the tomb? And slew the minister? Okay. I'm not noticing any tells. Maybe a twitch of an elbow? slipped into the tomb. Okay, it's not in the elbows. We've made that clear. Then maybe it's the fingers. I don't think I looked at the fingers entirely. Oh. That finger's twitching. Hello. And it stopped. That is her tell. Very subtle. So, you believe you're telling the truth that you slipped into the tomb and slew the minister, but it wasn't at 2 p.m.? What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, God.
Gotcha!
Queen Amara, you're not very comfortable talking about the 2 o'clock rite of channeling, are you? I can tell because a finger on your left hand twitched almost imperceptibly when you did. Oh? And that pose you make, is there something about your chest that makes you nervous? Whatever do you mean? The murder occurred at 2 p.m., and I'm pretty positive Amara was in the tomb at that time. So then why is she so self-conscious about her chest when she talks about the rite? The only thing I can think of is the fact that Dirk got shot in the chest 3 times, but what the hell does that mean? The rite of channeling. Didn't Albie snap a picture of it? Queen Amara, I have here a picture of the rite of channeling. It was secretly taken by a certain individual.
Objection!
Such insolence! I would have the perpetrator's name at once. Sorry, no can do. You see, I just happened to find it on the ground, so... Do you take me for a fool? How about we discuss the photo's origin a little later, because right now, there's something much more pressing at hand. I believe this photo merits further examination. Yeah, there's no, like, necklace or adornments at all. Huh. I just wish there was more to see in it than darkness and more darkness. We might be able to make out a few more details with some image adjustments. Let's ask Emma if she can help. Bailiff, please summon Detective Sky to the Hall of Justice. Okay. Huh. Enhance. Here you are. I was able to obtain a much clearer image by raising the brightness. Huh? Is that a burn scar? Okay. Huh. What's that right there? An injury? No, wait, I think it's a burn scar. Okay. So, this means that Amara and Khura'in swapped places. Amara was posing as Khura'in for the ritual, meaning Khura'in was free to go elsewhere and do other things. Oh, hello. Okay. Wait a second. Your Eminence. You don't have a burn scar like that on your chest. What's going on here? If the person in this photo isn't Queen Khura'in, then who is it?
Take that!
Queen Amara, the person in this photo isn't Queen Khura'in. It's you posing as her, isn't it? The two of you look quite similar, but that's no surprise considering you're sisters. Even the shape and position of your facial tattoos are almost exactly the same. And you are both capable of channeling spirits. Therefore, it would have been easy for you to impersonate Queen Khura'in. Ugh. Queen Amara, you have a burn scar on your chest, don't you? Please remove your round mandala so we can see what's behind it for ourselves. Ugh. That's a bit dramatic. Look. It's the exact same burn scars as the one in the photo. I don't understand. I knew it. So the person in this photo really is... Yes, it's Queen Amara. This is absurd. Are you suggesting they switch places? Amara's confession earlier was also false. Mother, what is the meaning of this? Don't you see? This changes everything. We know for a fact that this photo was taken at 2 p.m. The exact time the murder took place. But that would mean Queen Amara couldn't possibly have committed this crime. Exactly. She now has an ironclad alibi. So Minister Inga's killer couldn't have been Queen Amara. I am afraid I no longer follow defense. Was it not Queen Amara who channeled the minister and the accused to stage the crime? Yes, that fact has not changed. We have evidence placing her at the scene of the crime. And Dirk could have only been there in the tomb if she were channeling him. Which means... While Queen Amara did use spirit channeling to stage the crime, she didn't kill Minister Inga. His real killer is someone else. Polkanka! What's going on here? Was her mercifulness covering for someone? If Queen Amara is not the killer, then who is it? Isn't it obvious? Why was this rite held in the first place if Queen Khura'in wasn't going to perform it? Who was behind the two sisters switching places, and for what reason? The answers to these questions, along with the establishment of Queen Amara's alibi, obliterate a certain someone else's alibi. Oop.
Take that!
Why, is this some kind of a joke? No, Your Majesty, I could never joke about something so grave. The only one who seemed to have a perfect alibi at the time of the murder was Her Eminence, Goran Sikatar Khura'in. Queen Amara, didn't your sister Queen Khura'in ask you to pose as her and perform the rite of channeling? And didn't she also have you drive Dirk's spirit from Miss Faye's body and then stage the crime to make it look like he was the minister's killer? And at 2 p.m., while you were performing the rite of channeling as Queen Khura'in, didn't she kill Minister Inga while disguised as Dirk? Well, your mercifulness? It's no use trying to hide it any longer. You need to tell us the truth now. Mother. Justice Minister Inga's true killer is... Huh? Come on! Who the... What? Mother. No. Huh? Okay. What? I don't think I ever saw this coming. Okay. Boy, it's a dead parent party up in this. How many are we at? Okay, there's Jove, Dirk, Shady Smith, Amara, that's 4. Can we get a 5th? Oh, and Inga, of course. Yeah, Inga's dead. That's 5 dead parents. Can I get a 6? Is there a 6 involved? No, I think we got 5 dead parents right now. Okay. I really did it? Your Eminence, my life is yours? So you're telling me this random guard killed Amara to help maintain Khura'in's innocence? Isn't he one of Khura'in's royal guards? Queen Amara! Bailiff, arrest that guardsman! Mother! Khura'in couldn't have... Could she? Someone call for an ambulance! Quickly now! Okay. Wow! That sucks. Okay. We're lucky the ambulance made it in time. But we've been forced into a recess for now while things get straightened out. I can't believe what just happened. Tell me about it. Do you think Khura'in put that guard up to it? If she did, she's going to regret it. No one gets away with something like that on my watch. Poor Queen Amara. Your benevolence? Any news on her condition? She is undergoing surgery at the hospital as we speak. They are giving her a 50-50 chance of survival, though. Alright, that's good. Wow, that nameless guardsman sucks. What an asshole. Absolutely unbelievable. Fanaticism is stupid. Oh. And it's kind of silly that he only fired one singular bullet from his rifle. You'd think he would just riddle her with holes, but... Okay. That Khura'in. Justice will be served. Why? Why did this happen? Oh, justice... Okay, I'm sorry. I need to confess, when Apollo said justice will be served, I mentally pictured like one of those pretentious platters with the dome over it and it being lifted up to reveal like a roast chicken, except it had Apollo's head and it was all brown and crispy. I'm sorry, but that's what my brain... That's what my brain made me think, okay? Just so we're honest, I believe in transparency over here. Justice will be served. Trying to have a serious moment, okay. Oh, just as we were finally reunited. Reunited, you say? Oh. Oh! Oh, Queen Amara. What was that about being reunited? Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Right. How are you, Hornhead? Dirk Sadmati was your father in all but blood, after all. Thank you for your concern, your benevolence. But I'm fine. Right now, we still have a trial to see through. So that's what I'm going to stay focused on. Hornhead, you are sturdier than your stature lets on. Just don't overdo it, okay, Apollo? Dirk, that was a real shocker, all right? Can't believe the dragon is dead. That's... Say, AJ, I was wondering, when Dirk disappeared after I freed him, that's because Amara turned back into herself, right? Yeah, I suppose so, but I don't know if it was because Dirk's spirit willed it, or if it was a part of Khura'in or Amara's plan. Man, our dream of revolution. Now what are we gonna do? Is this it? Don't give up yet. There's a very good chance that Khura'in is the real culprit in all this. And we can prove her guilt in court. Hey, you're right. That could be just the push we need. The dream lives on. Yes, it does. You know what that means, AJ? The fate of the revolution rests squarely on your shoulders. All in a day's work. Who am I kidding? That's a ton of pressure. But this is what Dirk gave his life for, so I have to do this for him. The Honorable Rebel Dirk Sadmati. I would have loved to have spoken with him while he yet lived. Really? Why not? I mean, he seemed like quite an interesting man. Uh-huh. Did she bump her head or something earlier? Dirk's her father. The trial is about to resume. The defense is to report to the courtroom at once. Already? After what just happened? The first thing Khura'in will do is respond to that last accusation. So you better stay on your toes, Apollo. I will, Mr. Wright. Ready or not, Khura'in, here comes justice. You know, I'm very glad that my brain does not similarly conjure up any images for... You know what? Never mind. Now then, let us resume today's proceedings. Uh-huh. There's Nayuda. I must offer my apologies. I never imagined a royal guardsman would do such a thing. What? He wasn't acting under your orders? How dare you cast such suspicions upon Her Eminence? It is quite all right, Your Majesty. Suspicion is only natural under such circumstances. But rest assured that he acted alone, for I knew nothing of his plans. I don't believe that for a second. Now then, Your Majesty, regarding the murder of my husband, Minister Inga, I would like to offer a new possibility. A new possibility, you say? Indeed, for during the break, the real killer confessed to me. What? Bailiff, call the witness to the stand. The real killer confessed? What she got up her sleeve this time? I have a really bad feeling about this. It's not Nayuda. No. No. Oh, god damn it. Remember when I said fanaticism was stupid? I'll double down on that. Fanaticism is stupid. He's the one who confessed? Prosecutor Sadmati, you're the real killer?
I questioned him during the recess as I felt that Amara had been covering for someone. So it was that he finally confessed his crime to me.
Nayuta, you didn't really do it, did you?
Her Eminence speaks the truth. It was I who killed Justice Minister Inga.
Nayuta! Peace! Prosecutor Sadmati, are you absolutely certain about this? A confession of this nature is grave indeed.
Yes, I am certain, for I killed him by my own hand. At last, the real killer has been revealed. How are we supposed to respond to this?
Nayuta, retract your confession, now!
Mr. Justice, it is not yet time for your cross-examination.
Who cares about that? Admit it, it was Queen Khura'in who put you up to this. She forced you into giving a confession, didn't she?
You are out of line, Mr. Justice. Learn some self-restraint.
But...
Or do you have something that might prove that I did not commit this murder?
That is...
What do you think you're doing, you idiot? Truly, the truth can set us free. Looks like Khura'in Looks like Khura'in got him to show...
Why am I misreading that? Looks like Khura'in got to him somehow. Yes, okay.
I definitely didn't see this coming.
Nayuta, why are you doing this? Why would you sacrifice even your life to do Khura'in's bidding? Whatever the case may be, Prosecutor Sadmati, your testimony, please.
I could not remain silent while Her Eminence fell under suspicion for this crime. It was I who murdered Justice Minister Inga. He had to die for the future of Khura'in. I consider it divine judgment cast upon a fiend who sought to assassinate our monarch. My mother was simply covering for me. I am ashamed I let her go so far for my sake.
You do understand what you're doing, right, Nayuta? You're sentencing yourself to death if you're found guilty. Is he, though? Like, it's been proven that Inga was planning a coup d'etat. The man's a criminal, in the eyes of the law. Like, sure, it's an extrajudicial murder, but I would think that Khura'in would pardon him for it. So what gives?
If that is the court's verdict, then so be it. I must obey the law above all else.
The law, Nayuta? Or the Queen?
Objection!
Enough! This blather has nothing to do with the witness's testimony.
Please address any issues you may have during the cross-examination defense.
Oh, I will. I'm going to blow this problematic testimony to smithereens.
Nayuta, why?
I could not remain silent while Her Eminence fell under suspicion for this crime.
Hold it!
You kept quiet all this time, even though you were the real killer. Yes, and I accept that what I have done can never be forgiven. But I never imagined suspicion would fall upon the Queen herself. Prosecutor Sadmadi has placed the future of our kingdom above his own life. He is taking responsibility for his crime and is showing his loyalty to queen and country. Without a monarch on the throne, Khura'in would be plunged into chaos. I could never wish that upon my homeland. That is why I had to let the truth be known. What a bunch of baloney. I'm going to ask you again, Nayuta. Did you really kill Minister Inga? Yes. No matter how many times you ask, Mr. Justice, the truth is immutable. It was I who murdered Justice Minister Inga.
Hold it!
It's not too late. You can still retract your confession before the verdict is rendered. There is no retracting the truth. One either tells it or does not tell it. It is that simple. Why do you always have to be so stubborn, Nuyuta? I hate how you never listen to reason once you get like this. I think we'll need some evidence before we can get him to retract his confession. Either that or we'll have to force a retraction out of him by appealing to what's in his heart. Athena, help? It's not going to be easy either way.
Prosecutor Sadmadi, what was the motive for your crime?
I had reason enough to kill Minister Inga. He had to die for the future of Khura'in.
Hold it!
What do you mean by that? Minister Inga was planning to assassinate Her Eminence in a coup d'etat. I had to nip this evil in the bud, even if it cost me the purity of my soul. So you're saying the death of another is a reasonable price to pay to protect the Queen? Long have we remained independent under the authority of our spirit medium queens. We command the people's awe and respect with the power to commune with the dead. Without such a monarch, our kingdom would lose its standing in the world. But if spirit channeling is so important, why did you have Queen Amara perform the rite? I'm afraid my elder sister is quite capricious. She would fulfill her duty only when the desire struck, as sporadic as that was. It was, therefore, something she did on a whim. There was no meaning behind it. A meaningless whim? It's hard to press a statement like that. Now, if I may return to my testimony. I consider it divine judgment cast upon a fiend who sought to assassinate our monarch.
Hold it!
Divine judgment? Yes, I render judgment upon the minister on behalf of the Holy Mother. Are you saying the Holy Mother guided you? No. Her Holiness would never condone killing in her name, regardless of circumstances. As such, I believe my defiled soul will be damned to hell. What about Kira? Isn't Kira the rebel slayer, the slayer of Khura'in's enemy? Whatever. But I do not regret what I have done. I willingly sacrificed my soul to protect this kingdom's future. Snap out of it already, Nayuta. So his motive comes from a place of faith, huh? Why does that sound completely credible when it's coming from him? Well, Amara expressed a similar motive. As for her mercifulness, she is truly deserving of her title. My mother was simply covering for me. I am ashamed I let her go so far for my sake.
Hold it!
So you killed Minister Inga and Queen Amara staged the crime. Is that how it went? Precisely. My mother is as clever as she is kind. She sought to conceal my crime by taking all of the guilt upon herself. Yet another lie. I need to poke a hole in his testimony, but how? Nayuta, could it be you? Well, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty damn sure he did not know Naina's identity. Yeah. Let's see where this goes. You didn't realize that Nena was actually Queen Amara, your own mother. That is not as strange as you might think. Much time had passed since we last met, after all. Right. 23 years ago, was it? How old is he? 25? Okay. When Dirk saved her after the supposed assassination attempt. No, Mr. Justice. It was 15 years ago that Dirk abducted my mother. Oh. Huh? That's weird. Are you sure about that? I remember it clearly. I was around 10 years old at the time. Nayuta, please add that last statement to your testimony. Oh? I was reunited with my mother, Queen Amara, 15 years ago when Dirk abducted her.
Hold it!
15 years ago, huh? That's around the time I left for the US. What happened after Dirk helped Queen Amara escape? Agents of the Crown pursued us relentlessly, so we had to live a life on the run. Mr. Justice, know that Dirk sent you away so that you would not be caught up in that life we led. I see. Thanks. I can't believe it's been 15 years. Apollo, there's something about Nayuta's testimony. Yeah, that discrepancy's a bit hard to miss, but what could it mean? So Nayuta got to meet his mother back when Dirk rescued her? That's what he's saying. It's news to me, though. I had already been sent away by that point. Okay, now that I've dragged more testimony out of him, what can I do with it? Yeah, this shows that they were on the run about 23 years ago, not 15. It's such an obvious, blatant contradiction with the evidence that I'm second-guessing myself just because it's so out of character for Nayuta to make something so sloppy. Such a sloppy mistake. Alright.
Objection!
You're saying that Dirk made off with Queen Amara 15 years ago. But that's strange, because I heard something very different from Dirk. He said that they ran off together 23 years ago. That is impossible. I know for a fact that it was 15 years ago. Well, I have evidence that contradicts your statement. How do you explain this photo? Dirk said it was taken 23 years ago. He said that. He did, but if we take what you just said as fact, then there's something in this photo that doesn't make any sense. This isn't making any sense to me, so I suppose I should ask. What does not make any sense if the photo is only 15 years old? The baby. Babby goo goo gaga.
Take that!
Nayuta, this discrepancy may not be directly related to this case, but I don't think we can simply overlook it either. Dirk said the baby in the photo was you, but that doesn't make any sense if the photo is only 15 years old. After all, you said you were around 10 then, right? He's definitely sweating bullets over there over something. Apollo, if this baby isn't Nayuta... Wait, you don't think... Did Queen Amara have another child while she was on the run? What? And just what if that child were being held hostage Nayuta, is that why you obey Queen Khura'in's every command? You presume too much. Ah, and that's why Queen Amara was trying to take the rap as well. To protect this other child. A child born 15 years ago. There would have to be someone who's around 14 or 15 years old now. This is just a guess. But I believe I know someone who fits the bill. This also explains the strange behavior. This is the child who was born to Dirk and Queen Amara 15 years ago. Trucy! No. Dats! It's clearly Dats! No. Here we go. Oh boy. All those strange statements she kept making. Now they all make sense. Prosecutor Sadmati, may I ask you something? Of course, Your Benevolence. I've been meaning to ask you this since yesterday. Did you know about Queen Amara and about me? From where did you hear such a thing? From Mother, and only yesterday. Rafa was carrying on about telling the truth to the people. So I told her that what the truth really was. For it is up to a mother to discipline her child. I see. I cannot accept this. Is something the matter, Your Benevolence? Queen Amara is lying. Makes no sense. Queen Amara would not have killed my father. Why? Why did this happen? Oh, just as we were finally reunited. Oh, Queen Amara. Now I see, Nayuta, why you do what you're told. The other child born to Dirk and Queen Amara was... Mr. Justice, I believe I know what you're about to say, but I cannot allow you to name an innocent soul as a child of terrible sinners. I thought you might try to stop me. After all, simply revealing this information endangers who you've been trying to protect. I think this should make it clear what I'm talking about. This is the chink in your armor, the reason why you fear for your sibling's reputation. Oh. Wait. Am I stupid? I feel like I'm stupid. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Like, it's clear to me that Khura'in is obviously blackmailing Nayuta about Rafa, so... I want to say it's the Defense Culpability Act, but...
Ah, screw it.
Take that!
Okay, good. Okay, it's not that.
I fail to see what you mean by that.
I dare say it looks more like a...
Could you please stop saying that word? It would be bad news for Rafa if it became known that she was fathered by Dirk. But there's got to be something that shows why. Right, let me take another look at the evidence. Why would it be bad to be the assassination attempt? But the truth's already out there, so what gives? I guess because he's demonized in the eyes of the law?
Take that!
And that is a file full of information that Dirk collected on what have happened 23 years ago. A particular note right now is what's written here. Oh, right! Okay, that makes a lot more sense. The sins of the father are visited upon his children. This deeply held idea is why you were expelled from the royal family. Which means it wouldn't bode well for your sibling either, if she were revealed to be Dirk's daughter. You became a prosecutor to bring down Queen Khura'in, but at some point you came to serve the very regime you despised. And that was because the Queen found this error in your armor? Look, I don't like saying that word. It has connotations, alright? The only reason I said in the first place because I was completely taken off guard by it, okay? Okay, just so we're clear. That's how she came to use your sister against you. Nayuta, have you been keeping this secret all this time? Have you been trying to protect me? You are an innocent party to all this. I live only to safeguard the law and serve the country and queen from which it flows. One such as you, who is destined to ascend to the throne, need not fret over one such as I. No, I cannot accept that. What you say it's holarchy. Don't you even care what happens to you? Before country, queen, law, and everyone's future, my personal feelings are of no consequence. That is why I resigned myself to my fate. I know I must accept the status quo without any thoughts of change. Spoken like a true prosecutor and patriot. I shall continue to rule Khura'in until the day Rafa succeeds me. For that is what is best for our kingdom. I know, Your Eminence. Yours is no small sacrifice, but I promise you this. In exchange for your life, the child shall remain safe and the kingdom shall prosper. That is all I can ask for with my meager existence. Nayuta, is this really the new you? Resigning yourself to the will of another and killing any hope you hold for the future? No. The Nayuta I knew would never let himself be turned into this. Now, Your Majesty, if you would hand down your verdict.
Objection!
You can say you're simply accepting your fate, Nayuta, but I know that, deep down, there is still hope in your heart. Oh, Holy Mother, preserve me. And with that, I think... Yeah, okay, we've had a long string of bad places to end things, but I think this is as good as it's gonna get for a while. Yeah, frankly speaking, it's been... Across the whole Ace Attorney series, it's almost freakish how well I get to
conveniently end things in good places every hour, but I guess at the end of the road here, my luck has finally run out in that regard. Or maybe I got, like, off-kilter in the timing, because I took too long in one place or somewhere, I don't know. At any rate, yeah, wow. I did not in a trillion years expect for Amara to be shot right in front of us. It's pretty grim. That's a lot of people getting shot right in front of us in this trial. We saw Dirk get shot 3 times and Amara once. Hopefully it is not a trend in the Sadmati bloodline. Let's leave it at that. Yeah, from where I'm standing, I can see the end. I know how this is gonna go. We're finally gonna break Nayuta down in a good way. And mark my words, he's gonna take off that stupid pretentious hand wrap and reveal he has a defiant dragon tattoo on there and fight against Khura'in. Mark my words. This is where this is going. Mark my words. Did you mark them down? Like on a notepad? Please do that. It's important. So, I forget when exactly I called it, but yeah, I think I knew that Rafa and Apollo were related in some way for a long time. I want to say it was like 2 cases ago, in case 3 maybe? I think I got an inkling back then, maybe. I forget completely, but oh, it's so satisfying when you're able to see the big plot twists coming. That is a mark of an excellently penned storyline. Man. Yeah, Spirit of Justice, top shelf. This is some good shit. Delicious. Well, in actuality, I may be ending case 5 next time. Oh, who am I kidding? Now it's probably gonna be like 2 or 3 more videos. I don't know. But again, this is not the end of the road because we have that special DLC case after. Definitely looking forward to that, but I know it's set after case 5 here, but boy, could it possibly lead to a better ending than what we're gonna get here? I can already see exactly how this is going to wrap up in such a beautiful, beautiful, bittersweet bow. And I can't wait to see it. I'm Zephyr the Jester. This has been more Spirit of Justice. Thank you for watching. Hopefully, I'll catch you next time. So until then, please take care.